Welcome back on the channel, my friends. So in this video, we're going to talk about meme coins on Solana, how to profit from them. So the main thing about it is just find opportunities with old meme coins that are likely bottomed out and they're going to be harder to go down in price than to bounce back up. Fartcoin is one I've been yield farming for over a year now. I've been on and off of the liquidity pool. Believe it or not, back here when it was at all-time high, I was yield farming this and I was getting like over 1% a day. But I knew it wouldn't last. That's the high risk of meme coins and overall crypto markets. When everything is hot in bull markets, all-time highs are being reached or new ones are being set, that is the moment where you can either yield farm it for the short term or just sell your position and wait for a dip to buy back in. Now, how do we know if the token is bottomed out? So easy way to do is just zoom out and see the price range. Other than that, it's when it's boring. So for example, back here, when it was crushing all-time high after all-time high, there was a lot of trading activity. There was a lot of volume. So you see the volume spikes here, they will reflect that there is a lot of interest, a lot of demand for the token, buys, sells. As a yield farmer, these will be very, very profitable. But right now, not so much. It doesn't mean that you cannot get interesting yields with these memes, but they will be yields that in comparison with other time frames when the prices were hotter, they will be much lower yields. So it's going to be boring compared to those times. You're not going to open up your LP every day to see 1% or more or 0.5% every single day as easily as before. It doesn't mean that they cannot yield. They can, and if your range is tighter, you can still get 1% a day, but that is not the best option in my experience. You can go with wider ranges at these bottom levels, still get good yields, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4%, not every single day, but every other day. But eventually there will be these runs where the token just goes up 10, 50, 20%. You see this one? 45%, 8 days. There will be other time frames where this will happen. So you will need to have patience, but hopefully it will play out. And at this point in time, you can take profits. In the meanwhile, before this happens, we can just accumulate, or we can even buy more if it keeps on dipping. But in this type of strategy, I don't think it's wise to go with big money. Personally, I had this liquidity range deployed, 10 cents on the downside, 20 cents on the upside. I thought for myself when I opened it, it would be an easy 2x. It might not reach 20 cents, it might not 2x, but it's still a good opportunity. I mean, 70% it's nothing to shy away from in a matter of a month. The thing is, I've been in this position for way longer than a month, so it's a game that requires patience. I've been doing this with many other meme coins on Solana, ones that are established, not just any meme coin. Fartcoin is one that has been around for a year or over a year so far. It's a reliable one in my opinion. It has been listed on centralized exchanges. So if they tick all of those boxes, I don't mind taking some profits from other LPs with blue chips and put into some more riskier assets. And they even might take some time, months to 2x, but in the meanwhile, I can compound back into the pool. The more you compound and the more your entry price lowers, the better is for your profits later on, and then you can just liquidate the position. Now let me show you another example. So this is Useless, and Useless is another meme on Solana that I've been doing this strategy. The difference is that I applied a much wider range on this one, but still, this is my entry. You can see it here in the chart, this gray dashed line, very thin. This is my entry price. So right now I'm almost 70% up from my average entry. Now you can use pools to lower your entry as the price drops. You either deposit more or you compound back in, and that will automatically lower your entry. And once the price moves up, so this is my entry, you can see here the average entry price, and this is the current price. So I'm still in range, but I'm almost 70% at a profit. Back here, when it peaked in the early days of June, I was at over 70%, probably at around 80%. The same thing that we just discussed about Fartcoin still applies. It has been around for a while. It has been listed on centralized exchanges. If we zoom out, I was still in range back here in April. I was yield farming this. I was compounding back in. I wasn't depositing too much because I still consider this to be high risk. So I deposit something that I can afford to lose. I just choose these memes according to those characteristics. They must have been around for a while. They must have survived, which is the case. You see, Useless had its cycle back last year. It peaked, went down, recovered, went down, a smaller recovery, but still nonetheless a recovery. And then once again, boom. It even set a new all-time high here at 40 something cents. Then it started to go down, yeah, and at this point in time, this is when I'm considering to be a good entry. But as we can see, it still had a further way down to go, and this is the moments, like I keep telling you in other videos, this is when it's boring. There's not a lot of volume. You can still have good volume with these memes. It won't compare when markets are hot back here at all-time highs or even near to all-time highs, these price levels. This generates a ton of volume. This not so much, but still it will generate you interesting yields, 0.5% a day, 0.3% a day, something like that. On weaker days, yeah, it will yield less than that, 0.1, sometimes even below that. So as long as you keep compounding and it's something you don't stress about, it's money that you can afford to lose, I still think these are good options to make a quick 2x. Well, maybe not as quick as that. Like I told you, it can take a couple months, it can take 3, 4, 5 months. But in that time, we can always accumulate more. And there are more opportunities like that on Sol. Let me show you here. For example, Troll is another one that fits that. It has been around for 1 year, 2 months. I think this pool is probably the oldest one or very close to that. So we see that, again, Troll had its cycle. It went to all-time high and then it went down. At this point in time, it's bottomed out, right? Then look at what happens. Boom, it went up 1000%. I mean, it's really hard for us to get 10x on a token. You can always set that range, but your yield in that case when you're LP farming will be very low. So if you're looking for yield, you might not set a range of 10x on the upside, but you can still get a 2x, accumulate in the meantime, and once it does hit that upside range, you made a 2x. And this was back in May, right? So recently, Troll also is having a good run from here up until today. It's up almost 50%, right? 40 something percent. So again, a good option. As long as they have been listed on exchanges, have been around for years, they will have movement. And there's others, like we see, for example, Fartcoin, here it is, once again, 13% up in the past day. Troll is 5% down, but there's Pippin. Pippin is also an older meme coin on Solana. It has the same characteristics. You see 1-year-old pool, 16% up in the past day, and probably it's one of those tokens that also is bottomed out or very close to. So let's take a look at the chart here. So again, it could be good. We see that back in April, it had 2 spikes that went up 70%. Even if you're not trying to 2x these pools, you can even get really good yields. Take profits when it spikes. When it goes down, compound back into the pool, lower your entry, because that will allow you to optimize your LP profits when you decide to exit the position, and hopefully that happens when price goes out of range on the upside. More recently, we had here back in June, what is this, 100% run? Let me zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, this is 100% run. So you see, this is a strategy I've been using myself, and it has been paying off, even in bear markets. And let me tell you, I was never big into meme coins. Right now, I like doing this. I like taking profits from my blue chip pools, take a week worth of profits or a couple days worth of profits, look into these older memes that have been running, survived past cycles, and if they have been listed in centralized exchanges, that's even better. So even right now, it's still cheap to buy Pippin. It might take a couple of months until we see another 50% or 70 or 100% run, but it's easier to see this happen into these meme pools than compared with blue chips, right? And back here, let me actually see, when did Solana dipped below $60? It was here, early June. This was actually, how many days? 25% down for the span of a week. So when this happens, meme coins will reflect that. Solana meme coins especially, they will reflect this because they're all affected by the overall market activity on Solana, and Solana is the biggest driver of that market. Even if Solana reflects the price of Bitcoin, those memes will follow Solana more likely than not. So these are the first 5-6 days of June, right? So let's go here and see Fartcoin. What happened with Fartcoin in the first days of June? The same thing, you see, the same pattern. In the 1st of June, the price was here, and then it went down 32%. So it pretty much fell the same amount that Solana did. So actually, in a pool that has Fartcoin paired with Solana, we would still be in range because the drop is essentially virtually the same. That will not reflect itself in our range as long as the prices move together, but we would see our portfolio value of that liquidity pool position drop substantially because both assets lost 30% or around that. But if you're looking to accumulate both, it can be a really good pool to do that. Let's go back here and find Troll. So Troll, in the early days of June, how did Troll behave? So 1st of June, here it is. Yeah, it fell down 20%, but it had a bounce back. It was not a linear fall in price. So in this case, this would have been a really good one to yield farm because you would have much more volume even. So actually Troll is looking good, and right now I would still think it's a good entry point. If you want to be extra conservative and extra careful, don't hesitate to lower your downside 70, even 80 or 90% if you're looking to accumulate Troll. So let's see here with Useless. Useless actually outperformed Solana. So Useless, it's not the best example because while Solana dropped, Useless was going up by quite a lot. And yeah, this pool has been doing very well. So with Useless, there's a different pattern. Actually, in the 1st of June and up until the 3rd, it kept going up 40%. But overall, the grand scheme of things, it also dropped in between the 1st of June up to the 6th of June. It dropped 13% still. Probably, had Solana not dropped so much, probably they would have held a bit higher. They wouldn't have dropped so much from this spike here. But right now it's recovering. So Useless has been doing well. This goes to show, guys, there's a ton of opportunities in crypto. Even with older memes, we don't have to go into these newer ones. So yeah, guys, just a quick one today to share with you this strategy. I think it's low risk as long as you don't go crazy with it. It's going to be a game of patience. But yeah, it works, and it's just a matter of picking the ones that have been running for a while, survived. Likely there will be here and there moments where they will just have these runs where they will 50, 70 or even 100% up or more even. So guys, hope you took value from the video. And like I said in the beginning, this is something I've been trying with some success, so I'm sharing with you as well. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. Drop a comment if you have any questions. Take care, keep exploring crypto, and I'll see you in the next one.